Man Friday, a podcast for Maine in North and West Melbourne. Chatman Friday. Welcome to Chatman Friday. This is Syed with Osman hosting this episode. After passing a week, today we have another wonderful guest who Osman will introduce him.
Well, it's a great pleasure. Today we are going to have Mr. Robert and Robert McIntosh, who's a great artist, and he has a very unique experience coming from long years of working on himself to create a great artist, especially on the Aboriginal art, and not only being an artist but also playing a community role to help young people and children.
That's right.
So today we're going to listen to Rob, and I'm really looking forward to listen to him. And I hope that all of our audience today will be happy with today's episode.
Yes.
Welcome, Rob, to the Chatman Friday.
Thank you very much, guys. It's great to be here.
Oh, Rob, well, we have met around a few weeks ago, and it was a great pleasure talking to you about different things that you're doing. But this makes me want to know you more. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, I'm a proud Indigenous man, Mungjalung mob, which is coastal northern New South Wales and just over into the Queensland border. I grew up most of my life up there, and then travelled all over Australia.
Yeah.
I love my art, I love my culture. It's very important to me.
Wow, that's beautiful. And how did you start? You said that you are from Aboriginal background. Tell us a little bit about your story and where did you come from and what has happened to you.
Yeah, so, Mungjalung mob, northern New South Wales. My dad died when I was very young and I was put into foster care, so I spent most of the 80s in foster care in rural New South Wales, which is not a great place to be, but it's, and from there I lost track of me community and me being part of the mob for a long time. But it's over the years I've reached back out and for that connection to get back into me culture and part of me people.
Wow! And how did that happen? Is it like an easy thing to go back after long years away from your own culture?
It's not easy. Being 53 now, and I stepped away for a good 20 plus years. But it's the more I get back into the culture and with the elders and the aspects of it, the more I'm loving it again. It's
That's beautiful.
It is who we are.
And what about your different challenges? Where do you have various challenges that you have faced in your life?
Yeah, over the years I struggled a lot. Not knowing who I was, not having that connection with mob and the community, with not having any family. But not too long ago I got diagnosed with a few things, which made it so much easier, and I hit rock bottom with bad mental health there for a bit, and with the reaching out into the community and back into the culture.
That's beautiful.
It's got me back on track with Koori Court and also First People Frankston Medical.
Wow.
Which is Indigenous medical service.
And is there any person who has affected your life during that journey?
Oh, absolutely. Auntie Amanda, who runs Koori Court.
Wow.
She's a big influence in my life to get me back on track.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, Auntie Linda, who works down at First People Frankston Medical, drug and alcohol worker. Huge part of it as well.
Yeah.
Apart those people who inspired you or affect you on your lives, what else you did that you could handle your life that times, those tough times,
Oh, you just got to dig deep. It was hard being young and having no family.
Yeah,
But there's so many of us out there. But you just sit there, and I was just lost for so long.
Oh, yes.
You know, and I just wandered around, you know, and had no community, no family, no mob.
Friends, no
Yeah,
friends.
no
Yeah.
friends. And yeah, it was a lot of hard times, a lot of years. of
Exactly.
very,
Which
very hard
place
times.
was that? At that time, exactly. Which area? Which village? I mean, or which city you're living?
Oh,
in?
that was in New South Wales, so up near
Which part of that?
Casino.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Is it remote place?
Yeah, it's remote.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. It was not developed those times, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now I think getting more better than compared to that time.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a lot better than what it is now. You know, everyone's grown a lot with over the years, and you know, it's being Indigenous now is being accepted. Where back growing up, it was a dirty word to even admit that you're Indigenous. You know?
Yeah.
But now it's, you know, a lot of people come together behind us and let us be proud of our culture and our heritage.
Yeah. Tell us more about the comparisons of those times. A bit more. You just mentioned some of them. What else were that time very different than now, especially the place you said, Casino, you said? That time, Casino, and today you're living in Melbourne. Is it very big difference?
Oh, a huge difference. It's, you know, they're a small country rural town. You know?
Yes.
And it's, you know,
A lot different.
yeah, it's a huge difference. You know, back in the 80s, 90s, you know, the Indigenous communities were sort of frowned upon. You know, it was not very good at all.
Yeah, of course,
you know,
yeah.
But over the years, it's changed, and
Yeah.
you know, it's awesome. You know, you can be proud of your ancestry, your culture, where we've come from to where we are now. You know, the stories, the Dreamtime stories, the art that goes with it. It's, you know, our culture is absolutely a gorgeous, beautiful culture.
That's right.
And
Rob.
there for a long time, it's all been not spoken about, and a lot of it's been lost.
Yes, of course. We will talk about the arts too, as Osman said, you're an artist.
Yeah, but I'm also interested about how the lessons that that you feel that you have gained through the time, especially that you are part of the lost generation, and then maybe you can tell us more about that and what are the key lessons that you have learned?
Well, now at the moment, I've with back in contact with mob and my culture, I've gone down the road of the 7 stages of being Indigenous, and it's from being a young child to just enjoying yourself, learning to a young teenager, then to a teenager, to young adult, to an adult. At 53, I'm classified as a young elder. So now I'm concentrating on learning as much as I can to give back to the other parts of the community and other mob, and seeing how I can help the community now to reach out and still make a huge difference.
Yeah, that's right. We will continue. I think we should have a short break, Usman.
Let's go for a break.
Yeah, then we'll come back, and I'm sure it's very interesting podcast today with you, Rob.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The men's afternoon tea. It's a casual get-together for some food and a chat with other men from the neighborhood. New people are highly encouraged and it's free. It happens fortnightly Thursdays, 2:30 to 4 p.m. at 58 L Street, North Melbourne.
And we are back to the Chatman Friday and the great talk with our friend here, Mr. Rob, and that's very interesting discussion about the Aboriginal community, the lost generation, the key challenges that everyone is facing, and what kind of chance that he has passed by, and speaking about mental health issues, and how did you deal with that? It's not an easy thing.
No, it's not. But I was very lucky with my mental health taking a massive dive, and I started back on the drugs again, and the drinking, and with that I messed up a bit. Ended up going back to court, and I ended up getting a mental health diagnosis while I was through the courts, which I find myself, very lucky being 53 and being diagnosed at that age, because it's nearly unheard of. It meant for me that I wasn't just crazy in the head. There was actually something wrong.
True.
And I could, looking at that, going, oh my God, I'm not crazy. I've got some bad mental health, and I've got a diagnosis here, so I can actually look at what it is and start, going through it to better myself.
And I think that's the best, like when you know what the problem is, because sometimes you think, oh, what's wrong with me? You think that the problem is you, but actually when it's not something about you, it's actually something that's happening to you naturally, and there is nothing that you can do about it. You can take medications and get ready for it, but when you don't know the problem, you just think that you don't know what's happening.
Yeah, you just think for a long time you're just crazy in the head, and what's wrong with me? Why am I like this? And with the diagnosis, it's like, oh, well, okay, well that's why that is, and that's why that is, and all right, I can do this and this and this to help fix these problems.
True, and you can stop blaming yourself as a person, because sometimes like when you don't know what's the problem and you cause problems, you think that it's you, but actually now you stop blaming yourself and you deal with the issue, which is a great thing to do. You mentioned the Koori Court in the middle. What's that?
So Koori Court, it's only all still new, but Dandenong has the one there, and there's a couple other courts around the area that are implicating them in. So Koori Court is where you sit around a round table. You have the magistrate, you have the prosecution. You also have elders from the local community that come in and sit on the panel. Okay. You go in there, you have yourself, you'll have your family with you, you'll have a solicitor, a legal piece, and you actually get to sit down and discuss, depending on what the crime it is. If it's violence or bad things, then you still have to go through the court systems. But it's still classified as the court system, but they're letting the elders and the community have a bit of say about it. When they can grab hold of you before things get completely out of hand, they can go, well, hang on, you're messing up here a bit, boy. What if we hook you, get you back in with the community, back in with mob, back in with family, back in with some Indigenous organisations.
Wow.
To, whether you're drinking, the drugs, the violence, whatever it is, and we'll wrap some support around you and make a change. So see if we can break this cycle.
Wow, I like this alternative judiciary system. You know, like we have back in our own cultural and community traditional ways of really sorting out conflicts and problems without going to the court system, the overall court system, that sometimes it's harsh and they don't allow the community involvement in sorting out these small problems that can
be solved among the people.
Among the people themselves.
Because the courts are so backed up. Yes, so many of these minor things with all these young kids just running amok out there. And the communities are sitting around, the elders, the families going, help us change this. Don't just lock up these kids, because jail's not the answer. Like after I got out of foster care, I hit the drugs hard. And I ended up doing a fair bit of jail. I just couldn't sort myself out as a young adult, with not having no community, no family, no mob around me. I was just running them up, and I had no one there, absolutely no one to pull me back in and go, stop, enough. And now that with Koori Court and Auntie Amanda that's running it, absolutely amazing lady. She's brilliant. She grabbed hold of me and gave me a cuddle and embraced me, but a nice swift kick in the butt as well to go with it, and told me, boy, you're messing up. Get back to community, get back to culture, get back to your art. And she speared me in the right direction, and from that, I just have not looked back. It's I've got given that chance to prove to everyone else and myself, especially myself.
I think you're passing those experience to others too now at the moment. Having those experience that time, you didn't have anyone to tell you which way is wrong and right. So now I think it's the time you help others
Yeah,
when you see,
and it's there, the help's there, the community's there.
Yes, yeah.
It doesn't matter whether it's Indigenous or what part of the
Yeah,
community.
whatever.
It's oh my God, there's so many good organisations, communities, family that are out there wanting to help. And I just think it's great that down here in Melbourne, someone's actually sat back and listened and went, do you know what? Absolutely. Let's have a look at this Curry Court, and if it's working, and it does, I've seen so many good outcomes from it.
Wow.
Right, yeah.
And now, since you are in this stage, how do you see the future?
For me, next year I start doing my Cert 4 in Drug and Alcohol and Indigenous Affairs.
That's interesting.
As a young elder and wanting to give back to the community, and with the, being on homeless on the streets and the drugs and alcohol and the years of just messing up, it's, I've found this new me.
That's true. That's true.
That's true. I've found a passion for life again.
That's right.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And he's that's a good thing that he's coming from a personal experience.
Yeah.
In order, so when you put personal experience with some learnings from education, as your certificate of alcohol and drug and so on, then this means that you will give it with a lot of passion and
That's
a lot of
right.
personal experience that people can feel that you're speaking from the heart.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
very
that's
interesting.
right,
That's
that's right.
That's lovely. And what kind of lessons would you like to share with the younger Aboriginal community members?
Get back the culture, get back the mob. Where our culture is beautiful.
Yes, of course.
It's gorgeous. It's so many learnings that are being lost and forgotten and not spoken about. That it's family and mob and is huge. For doesn't matter who you are. That's
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's have another break, Usman. So we will talk about the Aboriginal background more, maybe later.
Yes.
But
yes, I'm
now
looking forward
we
for
have
that.
a short break. Then we will
let's
come
go
back.
for break. Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. That's good.
Sing Now Community Choir. Join music director Susie Kelly in this inclusive community choir for adults of all ages. The choir sings music from across the world and spanning many decades. No previous experience is required. For more info, call us at 9328 1126 or visit our website.
Welcome, dear listeners, to Chatman Friday. Rob here, our very good friend, and our guest is here. We, as I told you before, we will talk about Aboriginal background more. And now I want to ask you, Rob, what is the Aboriginal background mean to you? How you're feeling, being an Aboriginal.
Oh, I'm very proud.
Yeah.
It's our culture, our lifestyle. It's who we are. It's being part of the land.
Right.
The caretakers of the land for the generations of tomorrow.
Yes, of course.
It's for me, it's it's who I am. It's,
a lot of beautiful culture, of course.
Yeah, and of course this was affected. Like your personality and your upbringing, and also your hopes for the future. So, what do you want to give the people who are living around us here in North and West Melbourne? What do you want to tell them about the Aboriginal culture?
It's changed a lot since back in the days, 50 years ago, where now we're classified as equal people, just like everyone else, which is absolutely amazing. It's great.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah.
But it's like every community, it's just learn, listen, and be part of it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's got
That's beautiful.
so many stories to tell.
Wow.
Of the dream times and all.
Dream times. Oh, what's that? What's the dream times mean?
So with the dream times, it's the dream times and the dream in the art, and how we believe that the land and the country was made with the serpents, and how they slithered around and made the gullies and the channels, and
That's interesting. And like, how do you put that into an art? You know, like, because, you know, like when I look at the Aboriginal art, you can see a lot of dots and lines. And when I spoke to one of my friends before, he told me that these lines and dots have a lot of meanings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so with the art, you have, you know, every mob, they have a totem. They'll have a totem for their village and separate totems for themselves. Whether it's the coastals have the turtles, the sharks, the inland will have some of the turtles as well. They'll have the snakes. They'll have echidnas. They'll have, you know. So with all of them, you know, even the crow, there's a story behind every totem. You know? And, you know, the dream times of back in the day dreaming of. Yeah. So, and with the lines and the dots and the journeys and the meeting places.
Wow.
You know? So with the meeting place is a symbol, the water has a symbol, the honey ants, the tracks of all animals, you know, all these things go into the art. And, you know, instead of using words to describe it, the art itself, with all the dots, the lines, describes that journey along the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like you're describing lives based on art.
Yeah.
So you can, like, say, for example, you can describe your life as Rob. How would you draw it? How would you put it in lines and dots if you are a person to put your life in a piece of art?
Yeah, well, I do so many different mediums of art, whether it's engravings, woodwork, my paintings. I've done a water bottle with engraving called Lost Boy because I was lost for so long as a young kid and not having no one around. So it's a lot of journey lines, a lot of open meeting places that just continually loop, you know.
In loop.
Wow.
Which means like it's an endless, so you go back and forth and
Back and
again.
forth and around and around and around until now, you know, and where I've been able to, you know, stop this endless loop and the chaos and
Yeah, that's right. Rob, you're playing a kind of mentor role with the Aboriginal community. Can you explain more about that?
the mentoring.
Yeah, mentoring.
Yeah, well, with my art, I'm looking at getting into doing art therapy with it.
Art therapy.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's you sit down.
very interesting.
Yeah, you draw, you colour, you paint, you engrave.
Yeah.
You do woodwork. It's it's culture, but it's therapy. Which is
It helps like mental health, other things people have.
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
So it will help a lot, right?
Yeah, it got me through a lot of hard times with my art. Sitting there instead of your head just racing constantly, you can sit down, you can put your hands into something.
That's right. Yeah.
And do
Yes,
colouring,
yes,
do some
yes.
painting, some engraving.
You keep forgetting those pains at that time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And do you like involve others with you while you're doing this art therapy? Like, do you mainly focus on children, on elders, or on who exactly?
Oh, anyone, art's for every walk of life, any age. It's for everyone. It doesn't matter what it is. It's art. It's art culture, art therapy. It's just enjoying yourself and something to be able to lose yourself in for a little bit instead of it.
And yeah. So and what about? I haven't seen a lot of the Aboriginal community members around the area here. So what are the key challenges that and why we cannot find them around us anymore? And what are the key challenges that they are facing?
It's over the last little while. A lot of things have changed in Parliament with with the inquests, the Uruk, the truth telling, the deaths in custody. So up until now, it's everyone's been pushed out and they're going away. But now that things are changing slowly with time, which is great. And there is a fair few of the Indigenous community around here, but they normally they move them out.
Okay.
It's too expensive to live in around through the city. So they move them out into the suburbs, and we end up out of town where it's a little bit cheaper to live.
And what would you like the people of North and West Melbourne do to give more help and assistance for the Aboriginal community?
Understand that it just takes time for all these things and these changes to come into effect. And go down to all the exhibitions where they're doing the arts. Go and have a look at it. It's gorgeous. Go and just go and have a look. See what it's all about.
Are there many exhibitions around us?
Yeah, there is. There's a couple around at the moment. There's one down at Fed Square. There's Indigenous Trust down there that have got a massive exhibition on down, and there's many around the area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we invite everyone to go and have a look and try to get more knowledge, more information about the Aboriginal community and the arts and through the exhibition and so on.
Yeah, so that's beautiful. I know we have a lot of things to explain to the people, but according to the time of the podcast, we have to be a bit of brief. But your skills are amazing. I can't wait to hear your skills. But let's talk about Rob's skill after a short break, Usman.
No worries. Let's go for a break.
Yeah.
This is North and West Melbourne Neighbourhood Centre, and we host programs and activities for locals. Visit us at nwmnc.org.au or call us at 9328 1126, or even better, come in person at 58 Errol Street, North Melbourne.
All right, and we are back again to Chatman Friday. Welcome back, and we thank again our friend Rob for this interesting episode from Chatman Friday. Rob, you have said that you have been an artist and you have been doing a lot of Aboriginal paintings and drawings. Yep. Have you been tell us a little bit about your work and the exhibitions that you were being part of, and who did you do work with?
At the moment I've done art exhibition for Co-Health. I've done an art piece for Vincent Care.
Wow.
For the volunteers that have passed.
Wow.
I'm very honoured to do that, which was great. I've done another big art piece for Uniting Care.
Wow.
They're in their third stages of their Indigenous rap community.
Wow.
Which is huge. And over the years I've used them a bit, so they're an amazing service. I've got another few big pieces on the go.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. That's good. And you mentioned the artwork that you have been doing with Vincent Care and Oslam House, and you mentioned during the break about the work that you're doing, the tree that you have been working with.
Yes, so I'm doing a massive big art piece for them at the moment on a big metal screen. It's the Vincent Care tree, the holistic approach that a lot of these services now have, and the reason I did it as a tree because it shows that they're rooted into the community. The big branches reach out, they shade, and they do a lot of amazing work.
Wow. And speaking, about Vincent Care, maybe it's good also to speak about the men's group there.
Yes.
So I think that you have been part of the second round of the Oslam House men group. Tell us a little bit about it and how did you feel about it?
Yeah, it was amazing to get involved in sitting around with so many of the other guys with all walks of life, all different backgrounds coming together to sit around and talk. And
yes, and what are the key benefits that you have got, as well as that you have got from this men's group?
Sitting around talking about day-to-day activities. With some guy, using your electronic devices properly, finances, banking, all of these things that a lot of people just take for granted and you lose track of while you're on the streets or you're struggling.
And do you feel that these things has affected your life personally?
Oh, it's made made me think about a lot of things again, and keep my life back on track.
And how important are these groups, these activities, and these talks for the men who hasn't joined yet? If you tell something for them to come and join.
It's very important. It's you'll get something out of it.
Yes,
absolutely. Osman, he's in there running it. He's magical. He delivers such an amazing program there with it. And
have you got some friendships? Did you find that you have created some kind of relationships with some of the men who are existing there?
The guys that go there, we see each other every couple of days begin with, it was just walk past, hi. Now it's, hey, how you going, mate? Yeah, good, and you start talking and you get to know their lives as well. And it's really good. You build that bond and that,
Yeah, that's right. Maybe Osman will have his last question, maybe.
And I want to ask him about a lot of things about your experience.
Me too. I have a lot of questions.
Like asking him about how did you feel about the men shed, Peter Mac men shed.
Yes, that's amazing. They do an awesome job down there. Meaning to get back there to do some more woodwork with them.
Well, they will really enjoy it if you go over there and you really like it. So would you advise other men to join such kind of a group?
Absolutely. It's a good, safe place where you can go down, get involved if you know skills to show other people them. And if you don't, learn some skills, go and build something with your hands. Wow. Get creative.
Wow.
Not just sit around and go, I don't know, that might be a bit hard. Go and learn, have a go at it. And,
that's good. That's good.
The first time you do it mightn't be great. The second time, it gets a little bit better. By the time you do your third one, it's like, I know this.
It's actually like a lot of information that we got today, especially like you speaking about your culture. I think that I needed to ask you a lot about the relationship or what the role of elders in the Aboriginal community. But I think that it was a very interesting discussion today. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Rob, and I really enjoyed every moment speaking to you.
Of course, me too.
Yeah.
I enjoyed too. Thank you. I hope you also enjoy.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun. Yes, first time I've ever done one, but it was a lot of fun.
You have done very good. It was very interesting. Thank you, Rob, for your coming and for your time to give us to this podcast.
Thank you very much, Rob. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
So this was today's episode. We will go and we'll bring another guest for our next episode then, right?
Definitely, no problem.
Yes.
It's Chatman Friday, and we are. It's broadcast on this Friday. Please keep holding with us and watch us and listen to our podcast every Friday.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Chatman Friday,
A podcast for Maine in North and West Melbourne. Chatman Friday.